I divide fractions? Very good. Big brain over there. Yeah, you're not far off. Better than dividing.
Yeah, exactly.
Dividing fractions. You actually don't divide fractions. We actually don't divide fractions. It's the only one we actually don't do. What do we do? Yes. Yes. So, we multiply by the reciprocal, which is when you flip your fraction. Okay? So very good. So when you multiply fractions, you actually multiply by the reciprocal, which I don't know why I dotted that. Multiply by the reciprocal, which actually means, for example, reciprocal is if I have 1/2, what would be the reciprocal? 2 over 1. Okay, they're not equal, so I didn't put an equal sign. So the reciprocal of 1/2 would just be 2 over 1. So you flip the fraction. Some of your teachers, I included, would teach it as keep, change, and flip. Keep, change, flip. KCP. KCP? KFC?
KFC?
Yeah, but not. Okay. Stop. What does she hate?
Last year she said she doesn't like when people call it keep, change, flip.
Yes. Hence, what's the first thing I told you?
Multiply by the reciprocal.
Yes. And then some of you did learn it as keep, change, flip. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. This is obviously more math, right? This is the correct math terminology. This is a way to help you remember it in like a more normal way. I need you to stop. 3 over 4 divided by 1/2. 3 over 4 divided by 1/2. So, multiply by the reciprocal. Your first fraction is kept the same. You don't change the first fraction. It's exactly the same. Nothing changes on your first fraction. Multiply by the reciprocal. So division turns into multiplication. And then 1/2 is equal to, or not equal, I shouldn't say equal, gets converted into 2 over 1. No. No. 6 what?
Oh my gosh.
6 over 4. Okay. So, 6 over 4, which looks like a 6 over 9, is equivalent to what? What is our mixed number? 1 and 2/4, which is equal to, very good. So when we type this into like a do now, a test, what answer is going to actually give you the point?
1 and 1/2.
1 and 1/2. Okay? So if you type in 6/4, not going to work. If you type in 1 and 2/4, not going to work. The only one that's going to work as a true correct answer is 1 and 1/2. So you have to simplify all the way down and turn it into a mixed number. Okay? Now, are we okay with like level 1? We're okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what if I give you 2 and 1/5 divided by 1 and 2/7? What do I have to do?
You have to change it into
Improper fraction first. They are mixed numbers. We have to turn it into improper. So go ahead and turn it into improper. Okay, what's our first improper? 11 over 5 divided by, what's our second improper? 9 over 7. And then 11 over 5 times 7 over 9. Check your corners. Nothing. So what is this equal to? First, 77 over 45, which is equal to
1 and 27. 1 and 32.
32. 32 over 45. And can I simplify 32 and 45?
Yes.
By what?
No.
Yeah, 45 factors are 1, 45, 5, 9, 32, nothing. So this would be your final one. Always check your corners, though. I didn't do a good job. I'll do a better job right now. Let's see. 4 2/3 divided by 21 over 9. I know it's already gave it to you as improper. Try to do the math. Trying to force you to use the shortcut. What's wrong? We okay? You have to what?
14 times 9.
Ah, sounds terrible. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14, right?
Yeah.
14 over 3 times 9 over 21, right? We have that. Shortcut.
9 divided by 3 and 3.
Check your corners.
I did 14
over 21.
So 9 and 3, right? So the 3 becomes a what? A 1. Circle it. That gets eliminated. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Circle it. Cross that out. 14 and 21.
7.
Yeah, 7. Very good. Divide this by 7. Divide this by 7. I try to choose numbers that would force you to use a shortcut. Because no one wants to multiply 14 times 9. And no one wants to multiply 14 times 3. No one. And then even if you want to, cool, you end up with such huge numbers and then you have to simplify so much more. And it can lead to so many more mistakes. This is 2. This is 3. So what's our first final answer? 6 over 3, which is equal to?
2.
Just 2. I love it. I mean, it looks really hard, but it's really not. It looks like a lot of work. But it's really, really, really not a lot of work, right? Do we need another one? We're okay? Have we mastered this? I mean, the reason I'm like, are you guys okay? It's just because the math should be easy by now. What should I have you do? Which one should I have you do? Should I have you do super easy or super easy?
Super easy.
I actually want to try something with you guys. Let's see if this works for you. Everybody has your homework logs, right? You all took your homework logs before you moved, right?
No, we're gonna have to do this
It's pronounced yay.
Yay, we're have to do this
All right. No mouse.
Find blank denominators, change unit terms, add numbers, and simplify. Find common denominate, change denominators,
All right, we're gonna need scissors. All right. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now we have them all. Now we know them all. Yay, yes. All right. Adding with common denominators. Quick, give me two fractions that have common denominators.
7 to 6.
Quick, give me two fractions that have common denominators.
6 2/3 and 5/3.
2/3 and 5/3. Those are two fractions that have common denominators. Thank you. So what is 2/3 plus 5/3? 7/3, which is equal to?
2 and 1/3.
Very good. Key, and then 3 is simplify. You might need a mixed number. I will cut it later. I'll pass out scissors. So if it's 2/3 plus 5/3, you just add the numerators and you get 7/3, which is simplified down to 2 and 1/3. You add the numerators, you keep the denominators, and of course you simplify, sometimes turning them into a mixed number. Sometimes turning them into a mixed number. All right, now adding with uncommon denominators. Uncommon denominators. Let's make it easy for everybody. 1/4 plus
1/7.
2/3. Now I don't like how it's written. I like my fractions vertical. All right, so find the common denominators, change numerators, add numerator, simplify. So what's our common denominator? 12. Okay. So our common denominator is 12. So how did I turn the 4 into a 12? Times 3. So I have to multiply the 1 times 3, which gives you 3. What did I multiply 3 to get to 12? Times 4. So what do I do to 2? I change it times 4. It gives you 8. Now, I hate to break it to some of you, but you will have to be doing fractions in high school as well. So you want to make sure you understand how we get common denominators and how do we change the top numbers in 7th grade so we're ready for our adventures in high school. And what is this equal to? 11 12s. Stop. Quick, someone give me two fractions that have common denominators.
1/5 and 7/8.
7 over 42, 6 over 47.
7/5.
2 sevens and 3 sevens.
1/2 and 1/2.
1/8 and
3
7/8.
sevens, 1671, 9 and 1741.
All right. And I think you said something like this. 3 7s minus 2 7s. They have common denominators, so it's super easy. Now this one, I think only one of you added in the homework instead of subtracted.
Crazy.
I know. 3 7s minus 2 7s is 1 7. And of course, simplify if you need to. But this example that was given to us, no need to simplify. Of course, always simplify. Always. All right. Let's give you 4/5 and 1/3. 4/5 and 1/3. All right, work on that one. I'll go close the door. I know. I wish they were vertical. Next to these. No. You got. I do too. All right. What's our common denominator?
15.
Common denominator is 15. Then you ask yourself, what did you multiply 5 to get to 15?
3.
Times 3, so you multiply the top by 3. What's 4 times 3?
12.
12. Then what did I multiply 3 to get to 15?
5.
So multiply the top by 5, I get
5.
5. All right, then you subtract 12 minus 7. I'm sorry, 12 minus 5. 7 over.
No, that's wrong. Oh, I added. Too.
See?
Yep, it happens, right?
It happened to me.
Yeah, no, I know. I still remember. Okay.
Last year my Spanish was multiplying with any denominator.
Okay, multiplying with any denominators.
Everybody, quiet down. Quiet down.
Gregory, I don't need your help. I actually don't need you to shout out. 2/5 times 10 over
20. 15.
Stop. 36. Shortcut, right? So I chose these numbers because I'm forcing you to try to use a shortcut. Because I really don't want to sit here and multiply 5 times 36 and then simplify it all the way down. So if I check the corners, 5 and 10, what can I divide 5 and 10 by?
5.
Good. So we're trying to make these numbers smaller. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So I circle them to signify those are my new numbers. And then you ask yourself, 2 and 36, what can I divide 2 and 36 by?
2.
2 divided by 2? 1. 36 divided by 2? Okay, now we're ready to multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. And then 1 times 18 is 18. Now sometimes, even though we simplified before, we have to simplify once more. Sometimes it happens. Doesn't happen all the time. 1/9 would be the final answer. That would get you all of the points on the test. Multiply straight across, and step 2 would be simplify. Actually, I have to change this. 0.1 step would be check the corners. So before step 1 would be step 0.01, right? Check the corners. Step 0, sure. Step 0 would be check the corners. Because you always want to make sure if you don't have to deal with big numbers, don't. All right, dividing with any denominators. Let's see, what would be a good fraction to use?
5/8 and 2/7.
Wow.
I'll take your 5/8.
3 7. 6 7. 15.
2 10.
15 over
24.
15 over 2.
24.
Woo!
So, multiply by the reciprocal. So it would be 5 over 8 times 24 over 15, which I chose on purpose. Oh. I got 1. Multiply by the reciprocal, and step 2 is check the corners.
What is that 0?
Well, that's what I was doing at the start.
Well, I don't know. Like, would it be? I guess it would be 0.01 again. Check the corners, then multiply by the reciprocal, then simplify. But I think most of you got it.
No, you have to move.
You have to flip it before you simplify the corners.
We're too advanced for this worksheet. Wow. I don't think this is a worksheet. I think we're just
Yes. Okay, before I pass out the glue, I mean, obviously some of you already have glue. We're going to do the back. We're going to do the back.